little vibe going here. What do you think?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
And make some joyful noise.
Let's do it.
Welcome. I'm Reverend Sharon Dunn-Alberg, your senior minister, your spiritual director, welcoming all you folks and some of you here maybe for the first time. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. And we have a new month. We have, and what we do here at the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living is we follow the global themes, meaning that centers for spiritual living, we have about 400 centers worldwide, and all of us have notes and graphics and all kinds of wonderful promotional things to be talking about the same thing worldwide. And you know, we can do our own thing with it, of course, we're autonomous, but it's just nice to know that someone far, far away is doing the same thing we're doing. I love that. And so we have the book of the month, and it is written by Ernest Holmes, who's Ernest Holmes? He's the founder of our teaching. He's the author of our textbook, The Science of Mind, and many other books. And so this is a really fun book because it's easier to read than the textbook, I think, and it is delightful, so I highly recommend it. And on the first Sunday of the month, we have Birthday Sunday. Who has birthdays in December? Okay.
Hey. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And who made the cake? Jim, did you not raise your hand? Okay. And who made the cake? Thank you, Jennifer. So after service, we're not only going to have our birthday celebration, but we're also going to decorate our Christmas tree. So there's lots of goodies and hot cider, and we'll have carols going. So please stay after and feast with us and help us decorate the tree. Many hands make less work. And I wanted to thank Delane, if she's watching today on YouTube Live, because she suggested we collect coats for those who we would like to keep warm this winter, and we may not know who they are. So we collected 3 giant bags of coats, and we dropped them off here at Love Action Int, and that is intentionally. That word means intentionally. So it's Love Action Intentionally. And so I went and visited. I took the coats, and they are delightful. They had food for people for Thanksgiving. They have all these different programs going. They were so happy to get our coats. And so I wanted everyone to know where I took them. And this will be on our PowerPoint on our website so that you can see all the wonderful things they do. They have a youth program. They have a garden. They're growing their own food. Help for the homeless. Beautification project where they pick up illegal dumping. It's a wonderful organization. So that happened. So thank you, Delane, and thank you all of you who brought coats. And what we ask is, has anyone had a demonstration this week? And what is a demonstration but answered prayer? Something that you're so delighted to have had happen in your life, and you might have had an intention for it. Well, I want to share first, because Larry is our demonstration. Larry Alberg. So for those of you who are new, this building was empty and a mess. There were no walls, there were no finished anything, and we took it on. And so this week he found kitchen cabinets, and you'll see them in the kitchen that now looks like a kitchen, and we got them for $200 on Facebook or Craigslist. So he's been searching. He also found all the doors for our doorways. So we'll be putting those up, and I just wanted to really acknowledge Larry for all of his hard work. He built the stage. He's going to finish that this week, and we just appreciate everything he does. Anyone else have a demonstration?
My name is Emma. I told a couple of people, but I make and sell jewelry at Folsom downtown at the farmers market on Saturdays. And Peter and I, yesterday morning, treated, and the most I'd ever made was $305, which I thought was wow. But yesterday we said $350, and I got more than that.
Wonderful.
Right on.
That's awesome. And so next time it will be unlimited.
Unlimited. You betcha.
Right? We have an infinite spirit.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, let's do our vision, mission, and purpose together. Together, our vision, we are a welcoming sanctuary community where all are accepted, valued, and supported in the global family. Our mission, we inspire personal and global transformation through the teachings of science of mind. And our purpose, in joy and love, we connect in service to all life. Wonderful. So let's go a little deeper. I want to give thanks for everyone who is here this morning. It just warms my heart, warms my heart. So we know that there's one source. There is one source, called by many names. Allah, Yahweh, the Great Spirit, God, avatars, Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus. I call it here as love, as connection, as belonging, as all that is good. It has to be good because it's infinite. It cannot be opposed. So we know it as good. And we also know that it creates out of itself all creation, that I am the I am, created in its likeness. And I know this in the one mind that connects us all to each other. There is only one power, one presence. And so I give thanks for this service today, already done in mind. I give thanks for our musicians. I give thanks for our volunteers, for all of our community, and for how we reach out to other communities. This is an abundant, love-filled community. I am so grateful for today, knowing that it will change me forever. I release my word into the law, and please agree with me by saying, and so it is. Wonderful. And our readings today are from Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. Effective prayer is an acknowledgement of the presence and power of good. It is an acknowledgement of this presence as close to us, and this power is acting on our acceptance. When the dividing ignorance is cured, which gives us a sense of a gulf between life and matter, it is difficult to suppose that mind, life, and matter will be found to be anything else than one energy, triply formulated. Ashe. And last, the wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it is going. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit. John 3:8.
This is a very familiar chant to most of you, and I would encourage you to sing along. We're going to start, and we're going to also do it in a round. So that little imaginary line between the chairs here, that side over there, you're going to sing with Cookie when she sings, and this side over here, you're going to sing with me, okay? Easy to do. Ready? I
I love you guys. And so off the children go with Reverend Debbie, who's going to be our teacher for today, and she has a wonderful lesson planned. So thank you, Debbie. So as I said, we have these monthly themes. We also have an annual theme. Our annual theme has been a grand rising, and that's been our theme all year long. And this is our last month. We have a brand new theme for next year. And this month's theme is sticking the landing. We all know what that means, right? Not so much. Neither did I. I thought, well, that's interesting. Sticking the landing. And my topic for today is standing on solid air. I promise I'm going to make sense of all this. And remember, when we talk about standing on solid air, we're talking about thought. Thoughts are things. I'm going to convince you of that. And so I had to look up sticking the landing. I thought I'd best do that on your behalf as well. And so sticking the landing is an idiom that means to do something very well or to succeed. Who doesn't love that? I've been running around all week sticking the landing. I think that, and it can also refer to finishing a task flawlessly or ending something well. Who doesn't want that? I thought that was great. For example, I thought of an example. We stuck the landing with Larry building the center. I don't know if stuck the landing, though, is a term. So I just thought I should put it in the right phrase. Sticking the landing. And we're going to talk about mind, law, and form today. So a little bit of quantum physics. Our teaching is a triune teaching. It has philosophy, science, and religion. That's our thing. That's our jam. And our religion is love. Our philosophy is all philosophy, from the great philosophers, from the ancients, all the way to today. And our science is quantum physics. So we love that idea of using something provable, which I like very much. Prove it to me, or I'm not doing it. That's kind of how I feel. So life is a constant flow, as we know, and we get to direct that flow. Everything is created twice. First in mind, then in form. And the quantum physicists will tell us that things are nowhere near as solid as we think. We know this, right? I mean, everything is like this. If you looked at it with an electron microscope, you would see that it's made of atoms that are surrounded by space. And that in that space are electrons just whirling around, right? It's not really solid. We want to remember this idea because don't we get attached to things we're seeing? And what do? We look at them and we define them. And then we form our belief system. Well, actually, we can remember that what we're seeing out here is actually illusion. So it's really imperative that we concentrate more on our thought process. Because thoughts are things, and thoughts are causal. We understand causal. That means that they cause things. Spirit is first cause. I let you know that every Sunday, just so you don't forget. And so this thing we call thought and form are both ultimately energy, being shaped by conscious expectation and perception. Yes. Thus, we begin with the core beliefs that the solid air thought upon which we stand is our creative process. I'm leading up to something, as usual. And I'm going to use our Declaration of Principles, which is what we believe, which was written by Ernest Holmes. And honestly, if you never read anything else, this is enough. And I'm going to put it up here because today I'm going to be talking about what we believe. And I have it up here for your reference as you can follow along, and it will be archived on our website for you. And I really love this Declaration of Principle. What is principle? Principle is what is true for all. Love, light, harmony, peace, joy, wholeness, abundance, belonging, wisdom, intelligence, and so on. And so the infinite oneness is all there is, connecting us to each other, layered in the three aspects of mind, law, and form. And our only work is to increase our understanding of it, because then we can use it. There is a power for good that we can use. So I think this really helps us to steer clear of illusion. You know, there's a lot going on right now, isn't there? There's a lot going on in our country. There's a lot going on in the world. And what I did was 24 days ago, I think it was, I unplugged. I believe that was the election. And I unplugged. I have not watched the news. I haven't doom scrolled on social media. I'm not saying that I'm doing a spiritual bypass, meaning that I am pretending it's not there by any means. What instead I'm doing is realigning with the very thing we're talking about here today, with what I believe and how I can contribute to the greater good. And I was not contributing to the greater good before. I was literally taking sides. Anybody take sides? I was opinionated, judgy. And after I unplugged and I've started to really seep, deep into my spiritual practice, I have discovered that I am more at peace. I am more loving. I am more aware of our oneness and not our divide. I think it was Reverend Debbie, who said, let's take the divide into the divine. And now I know I have my work cut out, and I know what I can do to create more principle in the world. And I'm so excited about it. I've actually had to change a lot of my behavior. My cell phone isn't that interesting anymore. I mean, I still have it everywhere I go, and if I lose it, it's like losing my oxygen. But it doesn't have the power that it had before for me. And so I'm really more at peace, but also more on purpose. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So the principles that we're talking about are, the science is not here. Our purpose is not here for our ego-based needs. It's here for us to support the grand flow. I really I see a bigger idea for myself. I was kind of like really pigeonholed into a lot of opinion of other people. And I kind of feel like free, if that makes sense. So Ernest Holmes writes this, What We Believe, and this was first published in 1927 in the Science of Mind magazine, and in our lives, he says, everything flows from our beliefs, whether they are helpful or harmful. Because we say, well, how come there's evil in the world? Well, if you think about the uncertainty principle in quantum physics, we were created with free will. We are creative. We are created in the likeness. We can create evil. We can create whatever it is we have a mind to. And so I think it's really important for us to look at, we believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, and he has a beautiful way of describing that, which I've always thought, being raised Catholic, was a little bit like the Apostles' Creed. I believe in God, isn't it, Kathy? Isn't it a little bit? But of course, he never liked rules. So he created a teaching for us so we don't have to obey anything or behave. We get to do whatever we want with consequence. In our lives, he says, everything flows from our beliefs, whether they are helpful or harmful, and we align our individual minds with the mind, the law. And what is the law? What does that mean? What it means is that our thoughts are things, and they're creative, but they're also immutable. Like, it just is. And I can't create something bad for Larry, but I can join race consciousness, the global consciousness, in an idea and create for the entire world. So we have to be careful individually, don't we? We are powerful, one person at a time, that we can influence race consciousness. The important thing to realize is this oneness, and this is a really important thing for me in the last 23 days or whatever. I just have my mind stayed on spirit, but that principle that I really have my mind stayed on is oneness. Oneness, oneness, oneness. And when I start to consider we're divided or consider anything, an opinion, I go back to that idea that we are all one. And I think that that's really helping me. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existing cause. And again, the name is not important. Call it whatever you want. If God isn't a word that resonates with you, maybe you came from a teaching that certain words kind of have an influence, call it whatever you want. We have 100 names for God that we teach in foundations. Pick one. The divine mind, spirit, all-loving source, the one heart, whatever you want to call it. Just don't call it late for dinner. And we deepen our awareness. God is within us, and we are within God then, right? No matter what the appearances are, we might invoke feelings based on old beliefs of separation, and we're never separated from that which is closer than our own breath. Is this kind of a good direction for us to go into the holidays? I think we are all ready to celebrate the oneness of all humanity. I don't know. Are you kind of feeling that way? Kind of tired of everything else. Let's just sing and rejoice and be merry and bright. And as we notice our fears and feelings of separation, we have the opportunity to return to this awareness, and it's soothing. I think it's soothing to me. And this one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation, as it says. And so the godness is more than what we see. It creates us, but there's so much more. And we see the effects of God, but not God itself. Like we would see the wind, but not wind itself, correct? And so when we talk about the law, God incarnates, takes form. There is a nature which Ernest Holmes calls soul within us, and again, that is eternal and forever expanding. I love this. It helps me to understand phenomena. You know, go with me here. Like, we're bodies, and these bodies are finite, and we will leave these bodies. But within us, spirit has like a thumbprint, a soul. We have a soul, and that soul is ever expanding and infinite. And that's why I think we can connect with those that have gone before us. We can connect with phenomena. You know, I think it explains telepathy, explains a lot of things, that there's things we cannot see, but it is who we are, ever expanding. And that's just common knowledge if you look at life itself. Energy. Energy doesn't end. It just redistributes itself. It changes into something else. Are we in agreement so far? Yeah. And so he goes on to say, the kingdom of heaven is within us and available for us to experience to the degree we become aware of it. So we don't believe that there is a heaven or a hell. Hell, we believe, is the feeling of separation. Heaven is within us right now, to the degree we become conscious of it. I just love these ideas, because growing up Catholic, I was always kind of afraid where I'm going. You know, and of course I am a good girl, because I don't want to go, to that place that's hotter than the desert. We don't believe that here. And I'm glad. And that this part I really like. The ultimate goal of life is freedom from discord, and that everyone shall attain this. Now remember, Ernest Holmes was a scholar. He loved all of the religions. In his writings, he uses Buddhism, Hinduism, all the Tao. He uses everything in his writings. He just makes it into his own language. But we get to experience things like, if you believe in cause and effect, which we do scientifically, it's kind of like karma. And so we have these ideas that we share with other faith traditions that I love. Growing up in Catholic, and then going to high school and college in Japan, where I got to become a Zen Buddhist, I believe in everything, so I'm covered when I get there. You betcha, Bob. So let's keep going here. We're almost there. And so when we talk about the foundational beliefs, remind us that we're not pathetic sinners left on a lonely planet, far from the center of infinite beingness. We're not. Because wherever God is, we are. All of God is right here, right now. Not a little bit here and busy somewhere else. The fullness of Spirit is in this very room, within each of us, connecting us to each other. It just doesn't get better than that, in my mind. And so we are God being God as ourselves. So kind of look around the room and say, well, there you are being God too. Look around you. We are connected with one another. I know we're facing forward, but look around at each other. We are one being. And so last I wanted to mention form. And Ernest says, all of us, through our intuition, can be revealers of truth. So there isn't a guru that we have to follow, or a priest, or, we are that is. We follow oneself. And that's why I feel so good about how I've turned it around in the last 3 weeks. I've kind of turned myself around back to my spiritual practice. And I know what to do, but I got caught up Did anyone get kind of caught up in the wave of like everything going on? And I feel like I kind of got off the train and I'm on holiday. I'm relieved. I'm not tormented or feeling tortured. He identifies the path of the flow of creative energy, he says, emanating from universal spirit through a universal mind, which is the law of God, that we are constantly surrounded by this creative mind. And when I said, what does it mean by the law just is. And we don't have to worry about it. And it works. We can fight it. We can say, it doesn't, but it does. And since God is life, love, that is what we are. And I got to say, I feel better in that mindset. Remembering that if atoms in the nucleus is surrounded by this space and these electrons are going all over the place, and that the minute I focus on it, I collapse it into a particle, into form, into my experience, I need to be careful what I'm paying attention to. And I know this. And yet I can be influenced. Can anyone be influenced? Which is why we come here, right? So that we remember, by Wednesday I'm influenced. By Sunday I'm good. So in conclusion, we believe in a God that is good and only good, loving kindness and only loving kindness, eternal givingness and only eternal givingness. And we also believe, therefore, in our own goodness, right? Loving kindness and givingness. I actually, as Larry knows, because he was there with me as I came out of my fog of influence, I didn't feel good. I actually felt shame. And I said this before with Brene Brown, who is a scientist researching shame and vulnerability. Shame is that. Shame, I am that thing I did. Guilt is, I did that thing. And so shame is, I am that thing. Like I actually felt shame at how easily I was swayed when, girl, you're an ordained minister. You've been doing this for how long? You've been in the teaching 30 years. You know better. I do know better. And what is better is that. And what is better is my use of that. And what is even better is my focus on that. Let's do that for December. Let us pray. There is only one power, one presence, one love, one light, one harmony, one peace, one joy, one life. The Creator creating creation. And I am that creation. I know this in the one mind. And so what I know everyone knows. I know then that light and love and peace and joy and harmony, intelligence, wisdom, and all that is good is who I am. And I am connected to every sentient being. The planet, the animals, each other. And so I am grateful for this community, this spiritual community, where our vision, our mission, and our purpose is to celebrate that belonging, is to raise the vibration of our world so that we create peace, so that we take care of our planet, so that we love one another. It does not get better than that. And so I commit my life to remembering, to recognize this one, to unify with this one, to be this purpose in the world, to be love in the world, to be the light in the world, to not be distracted, to know that there is no separation, there is only one. I rejoice this. I am so grateful to know this. I know this for everyone. And I'm grateful that this prayer was answered before I spoke my word. I'm grateful that I can release my word into the law that just makes it so. I don't have to know how God does God's work. I just know it's so. And please affirm with me as we say, and so it is. Ashe. Shalom. Hallelujah.
This is a song you can all join in with us, so please do sing it.
Speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
the One Love Band. Another demonstration for this community. And so this is our offering time. We're offering you an opportunity to give. And I also want to thank those of you who contribute to this community, because none of this would have happened without you. And I'm so grateful. And we have our QR code there. It's going to be on our last slide. And you can just put your phone right up to that. Those of you who are watching online in your pajamas, hopefully they're your holiday matching pajamas, be sure to go to our website and hit that donate button. We are so grateful because this is how we exist. We survive this way. And so let's do our abundance affirmation together. In consciousness of abundance, I give freely, knowing that I am freely given to. Yes. And let's sing with us. Again, after service, be sure to stay and enjoy our goodies and help us decorate our tree. And this Saturday is, because it's the first Saturday of December, we're having our first Saturday classes, which means the first Saturday of every month we meet here. And the class we're working with this time is the Art and Science of Spiritual Mind Treatment, which is our affirmative prayer. So you don't have to come to the first class to come to this one. Come and be with us and learn about spiritual mind treatment. And there is a pop-up market. Do you want to share anything about that, Laura?
Sure. On December 14th from 9 to 2 here in the Fellowship Hall, we'll have a pop-up market. I'll be selling some artwork and some tapestries and things like that. We're also going to have, Ruth's daughter she crochets and she's going to have hot chocolate. We're going to have a soap making vendor and another artist and just various artists. And so if you want to come shop for the holidays, we'd love to have you.
So are you saying,
Sign up? You can still sign up if you'd like to be a vendor. I heard you today say you are a vendor at Folsom, so if you're interested in, or if anybody's interested, just let me know.
Because you're going to be doing this once a month,
Yes,
right?
once a month.
So once a month this is going to happen
Third
here.
week.
So
It'll-
third week,
Yes,
okay.
third week.
And would you say not to go to Amazon before going to the pop-up market? Don't go to Amazon first. Come to the pop-up market.
Yeah, very unique.
And please join us for our candlelight service. And again, all of these announcements are on our website, so you don't have to memorize anything or take notes. We're going to have a beautiful candlelight service. Reverend Patricia Van Workum is going to be leading that. And come prepared to sing and bring a canopy. Canap? And this is a really wonderful thing. This is our Evening of Blessings, which happens on December 27th, Friday night. And what this is, it's an opportunity for you to kind of have your intention for the new year and come and you'll go from station to station to receive prayer from a minister or a practitioner, and you kind of let go everything maybe in the way of that intention that you might have. And so it's a beautiful night just to get prayed up. You can, if something wonderful is happening in your life, you can get prayed up for more of that wonderful thing happening in your life. So, okay, let's do our affirmation together. I stand on solid thoughts to co-direct the flow of my life. And now, the One Love Band.
Yay.
Okay. Please sing along. I need the help today.
Well, I sing and I say things. No, really loud, and you're like, what
I
happened?
know, you're like, oh, oh, I lost my
What
place.
happened? Where am I?
I'm gonna need Larry's help because this thing, there's so much glare. I'm like, angle can I look at it? Okay, you know, I'm 66, so give me a break. Whoops. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let yourself be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. The Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are near to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Really mean it from the bottom of our heart.
Wonderful. So let's circle the room and have our benediction. And we keep our hands in a prayer position, kind of a safe greeting. So we're going to circle the room if we can.
Either way.
Wonderful.
Staying out of the way of the camera here a little bit. Right here. You're fine.
That is perfect. Yes, that's wonderful. We want to thank Reverend Debbie for her lesson with the children today. Was it great? How'd she do? Alice, how'd she do? All right.
I got to learn a lot about the most amazing love in these children's lives, named Dude, the dog. And how much Dude loves them, and yeah.
That
My
is
heart is full.
That is absolutely wonderful. And so we recognize in each other the namaste, which is the divine light in me recognizes the divine light in you. And we remember there is only one. There is only one. And every sentient being that we meet this week, we remember the namaste. We remember that God in me sees the God in you. The Spirit in me sees the Spirit in you. And there will only be unity. There will only be a belonging, heart to heart. I am so grateful to know this as we go out into the world. And this makes a difference. This changes the vibration, the energy of all sentient beings, one person at a time. And together we say, and so it is. All right. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Food and